back to another edition of Coach's Corner brought to you by Fats Cafe. I'm your host, Katelyn Grisillo, and joining me today from the men's and women's tennis team is Coach Dahm. Thank you for joining me today, Coach.
Nice to be here.
First of all, congratulations on both of your team's strong starts. What is it exactly that you would attribute that to, you think?
I think having a second year of experience, a lot of the players are coming back this year really with the same skill set, but just kind of being more comfortable with what they're doing and knowing what to expect, I think helps a lot. Someone like a Maria May, I think last year at this time was like 1-5, and now she's 6-0.
Oh, wow.
And her game isn't all that much different. I think she's just more confident, and more comfortable.
Definitely. Okay, now since this has been the first time since 2009 that a USC Aiken Pacer has won PBC Player of the Week, what does that say about Atori and his performance?
Well, obviously it says he's playing well.
Mm-hmm.
He's winning matches. He's played one last year. This year he's down one spot in the 2 spot, and I think he's very strong in position. I mean, he's realistically him and Julian are both number 1 players. So whoever's in that 2 spot is gonna get a lot of wins and get a lot of notice for doing that.
Okay, now another star player on the women's side, Nadine, coming back from an ACL tear last season, doing extremely well. Can you talk to us a little bit about her progression?
Yeah, she was really nervous about coming back, rightfully so. And it was a little bit of a struggle to get her to compete.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of wanted to wait until the end of February, but things are so competitive. A couple bad losses in February, your season's kind of over.
Right.
So we started her about 3 or 4 in the middle of the lineup, and she wasn't really sure about that. But she was winning really easy, and then with the confidence, we started bubbling her up. She's back to 1. She's winning matches again, and I think she's pretty much back. I can't speak for her totally, but I think she's feeling pretty good.
Her record speaks for itself. Now your singles are doing extremely well, a little bit better than your doubles. So what would you say you could do to improve that area, you think?
Well, we have to shore up the volleying, the net play. We're real tough around the baseline. And even those of us in singles that like to get to the net and finish, we tend to finish with finesse. We hit little short drop volleys, little angle volleys. And when there's 2 people on the other side, there's not that much space. You have to volley through the court.
Right.
So we're trying to penetrate more with the volley. And there's that. And also I think that the more years you're in college, the better the doubles gets, because you don't play that much doubles in juniors.
Right.
And we have a lot of sophomores.
Probably develop more chemistry also.
You do. You get that, and it is getting better. It's so much better than last year.
Well, that's good.
But it has a little ways to go.
Progress is progress.
Yeah.
Let's keep moving forward.
That's right.
Now your team is facing some schedule changes. You have a player on your team, Kayla Calvert, who is involved both tennis and the dance team.
Right.
So how do those changes affect?
Well, and the nursing program, which is a grind. She's on rotations too. I don't know how she does it. There's that factor, but there's also the weather.
Right.
So every semester, we're supposed to be a spring sport, but the reality is it's not spring. It's winter.
Yeah.
And we're used to it. Things get changed all the time. We make a schedule, and by the end of the season, the initial schedule is not even recognizable. So I think the kids are fairly flexible. I think it's only tricky with the schoolwork when I say, hey, Wednesday we're gone for the day, and they have to get to their professors and try to change everything. And I think that's probably the hardest part, I would guess.
Okay, now just this past weekend, while you maybe didn't get the results you would have liked, as the best women's performance this season so far against Columbus State. What would you say about that? Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's because we're pretty good. Again, we come out of the doubles down 0-3. Kind of puts us behind the 8 ball a little bit. And with coaching 2 teams, traditionally we've never had too much success with Columbus. We're down 0-3. They're the 9th team in the country, and on the men's side, Columbus was missing their number 1 player. We'd already won one of the doubles. I really liked our chances of 1, 2, and 3. So, to be completely honest, I just kind of went to the men's side. I feel like on a good day I can make maybe a 5%, 10% difference at most, in a match if I sit there the whole time. So I checked out a little bit of the women's match. I watched what I could, but I really tried to implant myself on the men's side. And then we just started getting wins in close matches, and they actually impressed me. A lot of teams in that position, down 0-3 after doubles, having the story we have with Columbus, might have rolled over.
Mm-hmm.
But they showed me a lot of fight, and I need to be careful about walking away from them because they're fighters, and if we can split with Columbus, we can split with almost anybody.
Awesome.
So
That's positive
Yeah.
outlook on them. So now a new addition will hopefully be the live streaming of your team's matches. How do you think the players will feel about that, especially with most of them being far away from home and having their family being able to
that'll be
watch?
great. I think they'll love it, and I'd like to use it as a tool.
Definitely.
We've I should really be videotaping matches anyways. It'd be great if someone could do it for us, and I think it'd be great.
Maybe play with a little more oomph in their system since
Yeah.
their family will be watching.
Maybe they'll have a little stage fright or something too. But it'd be fun. It'd be great. I think the people that come out to the matches are kind of impressed by the amount of intensity.
Oh, yeah.
And just it's pretty fun. I think it'd be good to showcase what's going on out there.
Definitely. Now, last question for you, Coach. If you could pick to play one person out of both of your teams, who would you play and why?
Oh, okay. For money,
Yeah, we'll go that route.
Dr. Jim Yates,
Why is this?
because I think I could actually win
Okay.
if I cheat.
Okay. And do you think you would stand a chance at all against Serena Williams?
No.
No. Okay, way to be honest. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Coach.
Thanks.
That wraps up another edition of Coach's Corner, brought to you by Fats Cafe with Coach Dahm. I'm your host, Katelyn Grisillo. Thank you for watching.